Indiana. Hildebrandt Cadet Nationals champion this past year. Was second in the Folk Style Nationals to Brendlinger. Brendlinger also beat her that same weekend in freestyle at the Youth Olympic Games qualifier. Since then, Hildebrandt has a win over Brendlinger, but also in the meantime, Brendlinger wrestled at the World Team Trials, took third, and is a member of the U.S. national team while still a high schooler. Brendlinger trying to push the action on the edge. Well, with the front headlock, Ron Brendlinger, father and former coach at Slippery Rock, in her corner. Of course, 3 Brendlinger sisters won titles at the Folk Style Nationals down in Oklahoma City. Pretty impressive for the family. Right now, Hildebrandt in the blue of Indiana. In on the leg is Hildebrandt, trying to crotch lift through is Brendlinger, trying to drive. Hildebrandt, a 2010 Junior Pan Am Games bronze medalist. About 8 months separate the two. Brendlinger in January 93, Hildebrandt 993. Sweep single now by Hildebrandt, trying to work up. Brendlinger with the Gumby knee. Brendlinger a runner-up here last year. I'd have to agree with the folks in our chat room watching right now. Hildebrandt snaps and spins, gets 1 point in a takedown on Brendlinger. Wrestling tough. Are we going to have like a shoulder roll here? Oh my, it's something you don't see very often in freestyle. Little Granby school there. Little Granby school. So 2 and 1 for the hold for the exposure. 19 to go. Basically took the wrist, rolled it straight over. Often see that move scored incorrectly. Of course, at this level, you're not going to see it. People don't know how to score some of that Granby stuff in freestyle. Oh, bailing out is Brendlinger. At this point, it's not going to hurt her. She's down 3-2. Hildebrandt trying feverishly in the closing seconds. So 3-2. It was that little wrist roll in the period that did it. 2 on the exposure and the hold for 1. How about that? Just took the wrist right over and kind of a modified Granby-esque type of move. Here we go. Period number 2. At 116. In on the leg again is Hildebrandt. Another Gumby knee scenario. In on the leg, Brendlinger countering is Hildebrandt coming across the top. Reaches to the near leg. Drags the arm down to the mat. And Hildebrandt stepping around. Gains control with a takedown with 1:10 to go in period number 2. So a 1-0 lead for Sarah Hildebrandt. And we'll have to agree with some of the folks watching online is the talent pool in our women's division has definitely gotten deeper. Brendlinger is the only high schooler on the national team this year, where in the past you've had several high schoolers on the national team and several high schoolers win the U.S. Open at the senior level. You're not seeing that anymore. It's one, that group of high schoolers then are now at the senior level, and they're not going to yield their place on the ladder to the younger generation. Not saying the older generation yielded it to the current class, but the depth back 10 years ago, certainly not what it is now. And our developmental programs at USA Wrestling and the college programs that are sprouting up, a lot of them at the NAIA programs that have been really beneficial for the depth of women's wrestling and help things blossom. And we just need to get this listed as an emerging sport from the NCAA. That way it's going to blossom even more and help wrestling as a whole. Right now, Brendlinger countering that shot by Hildebrandt with 29 to go. Snaps, spins, can come around, drives Hildebrandt over, is going to get the one with 23 to go. Has the arm trapped. So 1-1, Brendlinger with the lead effectively, having scored last. Dom Tennant of Connecticut, your referee. Miles Long of Oregon, your judge. And your chairman from Minnesota is Kevin Jensen. Here in the final 13 seconds. Hildebrandt on a shot. Brendlinger countering for one more, is up 2-1. 5 seconds to go. And in 2 periods, the rivalry between the two continues. And the winner from Pennsylvania and a national champion is going to be Kayla Brendlinger. Shot